The fantastic thing about MEP2 is that all of these commands, you can stay in your 3D view, you could do it in your 2D view, but it's going to be much faster if you're using your 3D view, right? Okay, so I am going to pre-select all these conduits, go to my MEP tab and select Reroute Under Over. And then I'm going to select one end where I want it to break the conduit, the other end where I want it to break the conduit. And you can do a minus here. If you wanted to go under, I'd do a -2. If I wanted to go over, I'd go above. You can pick your angle. You can also customize your angle here too. And select OK. And it just builds it all for you, all of them at once. Not that you would really do that in the field, but sometimes there's scenarios. And then our reroute around is very similar. I'm going to pre-select them all. I'm going to say reroute around, select one end, select the other end to break it, how much I want the offset and angle again, and it just builds them all around it for you all at once. Would you guys use those tools, you think? The disconnect all, so like if I have this and it's all, if I tab select it, it's all one system connected together. I can go here and say disconnect all. And now they're not connected, so that you can say, I need to move this out of the way. I don't want it connected to the conduit, or vice versa. Oh, there we go. Okay. Disconnect by itself. You select one piece, select the other piece, and it's still going to keep these guys connected, but that one's disconnected. I think it's cool for cable tray, right? So if I do MEP disconnect, I'm going to select one piece, select the other piece, and now I can move that piece of tray and it didn't move the rest of it. And then I will just connect a line back together. And now it's one piece again. So let's say we have to be at 2% degrees. I think I can select them all and click finish. And it sloped everything at 2 degrees. Okay. Let's see. MEP set slope. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to pre-select it. Degrees 0. Yep. We've got these breaking tools here. Which in Revit, you could just do the out of the box, where is it? MEP, the break right here, split element, split with gap. So when you split element on a conduit, it puts your coupling in there, right? If we go over to MEP and say split, it literally does not put a coupling in there. It just, and it's continuous too. I'm just putting a bunch of splits in my conduit. Split with gap, right? That is going to, out of box Revit, is going to put your spaces in there. If we go to our MEP with split with gap, select one end, select the other end, and it gives it the gap that you want. If you've got the auto break, and you can pick the distance. So if you were doing like prefab and you wanted to put couplings in, this is where you would pick, okay, I need 10-foot sticks. I'm going to break it, and you can select them all at once. So if I select all these guys and say finish, it wanted me to select, I guess, the direction to go. But it put in 10-foot sticks all the way down for every single piece of conduit. It broke them. like out of the box Revit, like you can't even rotate cable tray, right? Like it's a pain to get it on the wall. So we came out with vertical cable tray routing, and you can select what type you want, whatever you're going to use. And that is set up in your electrical settings, right? Which types you're going to use in the Revit electrical settings. Draws it on the wall for you. I mean, and it doesn't host it to the wall. So you can move it around to wherever you want, but it is sideways vertical. And as you can see, mine are like way different elevations, right? I need to get those to connect together. So I'm going to say vertical cable tray trim, and I select one and select the other, and it brings them together and puts your 90 in there. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the MEP auto routing tools and how quick this can be in your electrical workflows. I'm going to pre-select these elements and go back to my MEP ribbon and say elbow left. Select which end I want it to start on. And that happens if you don't have anything on the other end. It will only do that for singular elements. But as you can see, when I'm routing through here, it continued to select the same ones. You can see it drawing in my 3D view. And then we're going to go back here, and you can also use two key commands, and I've got them set up here. So I'm going to make it even quicker, and we're going to go right, and I can just drag it down. And then we're going to go right again. And I know we wouldn't draw it like this in the real world, but I'm just trying to show you how quickly you can route things. And then at the end of our route, we could do an elbow up or an elbow down. And it built all my stub ups all at once together.